Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got a new Patrick CC, the man who exploited Britney Spears and got away with it. What you think about the title? Because I do remember the whole relationship. I remember it was like, we were kids, though. Like, we were little kids. But I remember it.
I remember a little bit.
Like, vaguely, but I remember it. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm ready
remember
to...
the times.
I'm ready to see or hear or find out some things I may didn't know. Yeah, I may have not known.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey, man, with that being said, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
make sure y'all go to that description, please. Well, it's the description ain't even down below anymore. I told you it's updated. It's on to the side. And I don't even know what side it is pertaining to how y'all look. Damn.
Well, if you're on your phone, then it's still down below.
But most people
but
ain't
if
always.
You're on like.
Let me just see real quick. Is it still in the description bar down below?
Mm-hmm.
It's still down below, but
on the phone.
On the phone,
but
and if you're on a computer, they changed it back.
Oh, they changed it back. Or is it just like?
No, hold on. Let me check the other computer, y'all. I don't even know I don't know. Hold on. All right, let's just see. Sorry, no, it's this computer I normally see it on. No, it's that computer. So they changed it back.
So down below.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube. They keep making changes and changing it back, and then maybe y'all not seeing it, but we see the changes they're making and make it back. Maybe because we premium. But hey, let's hop into it, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's about. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's get it, y'all.
The year is 2002, and Justin Timberlake is trying to break away from his iconic pop group NSYNC and prove himself as a solo star. Lucky for him, he has a superstar girlfriend, Britney Spears. But their fairy tale perfect relationship wasn't interesting enough to sell a record. He needed some angst, some hardship, something to justify why a boy as perfect as him could struggle like the millions of fans he is selling his music to. After being unfaithful to the girl who loved him dearly for years, she finally had enough and slipped up. He used that mistake as ammunition against her and executed a master plan to manipulate a story for him to roll out his first major hit, Cry Me a River, from his debut album, Justified. And his plan worked. Justin sold millions of records solo, and for 2 decades the world thought he was the innocent victim of Britney's evil ways. But now Britney has finally told her side of the story, and it is somehow even darker than we could have imagined. Justin and Britney's history goes all the way back to 1992, where the 11-year-olds met on the set.
Did you know this?
I did not.
Oh, you don't?
I don't think I did.
What's the Disney? He's finna say it, but I'm trying to think of like when they used to do the singing.
I do remember like
the early days of Disney.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I didn't know that their history go back that far.
It's a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. They used to have the singers. I swear.
Justin and Britney's history goes all the way back to 1992, where the 11-year-olds met on the set of Disney's The All-New Mickey Mouse Club. In her 2023 memoir, The Woman in Me, Britney recalls, "Once at a sleepover, we played Truth or Dare, and someone dared Justin to kiss me." Justin also recalled in a 2006 interview that he was in love with her from the start. "I was infatuated with her from the moment I saw her." The two young lovers maintained distant friends as their careers went separate ways. In 1998, Justin and his boy band NSYNC were exploding in popularity after the release of their debut self-titled album, which sold 4.4 million copies. Spears' name was already circulating around the industry as a promising singer, so NSYNC's manager, Lou Pearlman, decided to invite her to open for the boy band in their 1998 NSYNC in Concert Second to None tour. They hit most major cities in North America, selling out 3,000 to 5,000 capacity venues with Britney as the opener. During this tour, she officially released her debut single, Baby One More Time, which went on to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. That same week,
bro, this is just flashback. Hey, reason why I know all these songs, bro, I have an older sister. And my sister used to Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. Like she
Every
had
time I
all
hear
of
this
them.
song, it
Destiny
takes me
Child.
back to like a certain place. Like,
Hit me, baby, one more time.
like this memory that I have.
Bro, all the Disney shows. Oh my,
Yeah.
yo! Shout out to all us '90s babies who had like immaculate childhood that these little newbies would never able. They'll never be able to. Nah, bro, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got half of the TV shows we had. They ain't got half of the. They don't have those like. Oh, I remember. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like y'all got SpongeBob. One show, baby. We got plethoras.
Okay.
But also, peep this. What if Britney and Justin had actually stayed together, and it was actually a real? Because a lot of times people fail to realize some of these relationships these artists have are industry relationships. Mm-hmm. The industry tries to merge them for beneficial for both parties, not just one party, but for both parties. So we can't just look at it in one direction. But also, what if they had stayed together on some Jay-Z and Beyonce type? Because Britney was like her and Beyonce came up in that same realm, you know what I'm saying? During that same generation. Only thing, Britney was always a solo artist, you know what I'm saying? And Justin came from the group thing too, though.
Yeah.
But they could have been like a Jay-Z and Beyonce type couple, though. On that industry power chain, we came up through the industry, both like been able to elevate beyond just this music. Because Justin is starting to do other business. Well,
but before I like
he in his own little thing.
I
right
need
now.
to know more details because I can't remember nothing about their relationship before I say agreeable.
But no, I'm saying like, what if Britney never? She never ended up being with Kevin Federline, and then she never went and did the Vegas thing, and she could have had a flourishing career, bro.
Yeah.
And now all we do is see Britney on Instagram being cringe, bro. That's gonna be a little cringe. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
More Time, which went on to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. That same week, her debut album, Baby One More Time, hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 200, making her the first female artist in history to have a #1 song and #1 album at the same time. With two of the biggest and freshest pop sensations on one tour together, who just so happened to have been friends since they were 11 years old, naturally rumors of them dating began circulating.
I've heard like a rumor that you and Justin from NSYNC have gone out. I was just wondering if it was true.
No, it's not true.
Not true?
No, it's not true.
Not true.
Not
No,
true.
I guess because we were on the Mickey Mouse Club together with JC, but I mean, people are gonna start rumors, try. But no, it's not true.
Okay.
Who's dating Britney Spears?
It's rumored,
Is
Justin.
it rumored? It's
I have
rumored.
to
Is it
say I'm dating Tyra Banks.
Last night on TV, I saw you and Justin from NSYNC making out.
What?
Have you two been going out this whole time? Love, Carrie.
For real?
I don't.
But they both were lying. Those rumors were true, and Britney and Justin kept their relationship secret for as long as possible. It wasn't actually until January of 2001, over 2 years later, where they officially confirmed that they had been in a relationship this whole time. Now it was 2001, and these two were a certified Hollywood power couple. They both were at the peaks of their careers. Britney just released Oops.
Maybe they should have kept it a secret.
I was tired of lying.
Yeah.
I've been slipped up and forgot I said something last week on the interview. I'm like,
Can't
dang,
keep
did
your
I
lies
say
together.
that? My bad. I ain't no good liar.
But maybe because once you pop out, but sometimes you got to pop out and show it.
Okay.
You know, just play. But once you pop out, people, it's like a pressure though.
Yeah.
So maybe it would have been beneficial because obviously it was working, but it's stress too though.
Yeah, that's stress. Like you
That's a
already get
different
stressed every
level
time
of
you sit down with someone. They're always bringing up, "Hey, heard this? Hey, rumor this? Hey, someone said they like." That's nerve wracking.
A certified Hollywood power couple. They both were at the peaks of their careers. Britney just released Oops, I Did It Again and had already generated 30 million album sales in 2 years. Justin and NSYNC released It's Gonna Be Me and Bye 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 off their album No Strings Attached, which went diamond in the first year. The couple performed at the Super Bowl 35 halftime show together. Britney did her iconic I'm a Slave for You performance at the 2001 VMAs where she claimed that Justin helped her calm her down before she hit the stage. I mean, mean, I was in a cage with a live tiger. Justin saw I could hardly talk, so he held my hand and gave me a 5-minute pep talk, which obviously worked. The media absolutely adored both of them, highlighting their pet names for each other at a charity basketball game, Pinky and Stinky, and note their numbers being 1.5 and 0.5 to make 2 together. She told The Guardian in 2001 that Justin was living at her house in Los Angeles during his downtime between tours. She also expressed her deep, deep love for him, saying, "I'm not ashamed at all to say that I love him from the bottom of my heart. As far as love is concerned, with him, too much is not enough. He's everything. But it is a deeper love now than when I was younger. Like, we've gone through so much together and we've known each other since we were 12 years old. We know each other inside and out." While she was filming her 2002 movie Crossroads, the director said that Justin was regularly on set supporting her. The director also had Britney absent-mindedly doodle in a notebook in character as Lucy to show the character's creative aspirations. The director said, "I have the book. All she was writing was Britney and Justin, all these little curly cues. It was like looking at a teenage girl's musing hearts and butterflies and Justin's name." Britney and Justin in 2001 were an absolute powerhouse, sharing a bond that was seemingly unbreakable, and fans still to this day look back at old footage and see how deeply in love Britney was with Justin.
I think everybody who listens to it will be totally surprised. I think it's the best her voice has ever sounded. And it's such a step in a good direction for her. And I think it, obviously you can tell from the first single, it shows a lot of growth and it shows where she's going with her music. I love it.
Well, thanks.
There is nothing stronger than a first love, and Britney, who was just 20 years old, was extremely vulnerable and greatly attached to her childhood lover, which is why the world was shocked to hear in March of 2002 she announced their breakup.
Can I ask you just quite simple, are you single at the moment or not? Or you really don't want to talk about anything at all? You can just say, I don't want to say.
I'm single right now.
The tabloids and media...
Oh, shit.
She's so cute.
I really think if it wasn't for like so much like publicity and so much like media attention, I really think their relationship would have flourished.
I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember anything. Or no, I just can't remember anything about, like, I know they were in a relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the reasoning, like, if she, like, what she spoke out and said the reasoning maybe was behind their breakup and, like, things like that.
But you never know, like, what the media influence could have caused, like, rifts even behind the scenes that could have caused the reason. And because I'm like, bro, y'all both from the South. I never knew Britney was from the South.
Where Britney from? Where Britney from?
Mississippi.
Oh.
When she said, "Oh, thanks." That was her Southern. I said, "Bro, she from the South." Then I looked it up. It said she was born in Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, "Oh, she Mississippi." But and then Justin's from right down the street from me.
Yeah, I know Justin.
So I'm like, that's crazy, bro. Who? I think they could have been, but we'll see.
About anything at all? You can just say, I don't want to say.
I'm single right now.
The tabloids and media ran wild throughout the entirety of 2002, speculating as to why the perfect couple separated. Justin remained quiet and instead released his very first solo single, Like I Love You, in the beginning of September 2002. This was a shock to the pop world. What about NSYNC? They just had a smash hit Girlfriend that rocked the radio all summer long. Typically, when a member of a band or group releases a solo song or project, speculation of a breakup is bound to happen. Speaking of breakup, in the exact same week Justin released his new song, tabloids began spreading the narrative that Britney betrayed Justin, and their friends alleged that cheating is what drove them apart. As if the narrative couldn't favor Justin even more, he was labeled sexy and single by the media. Like I Love You debuted at number 67 on the Billboard Hot 100, which was a lackluster performance for the lead singer of the biggest pop group in the world. Conveniently, a couple weeks after his first song, new exclusive never-before-seen pictures of Britney and Justin were leaked to the tabloids. I wonder who had those never-before-seen pictures. With the boost in media attention, his song started to climb the Billboard charts, eventually peaking.
Or were they ever truly broken up? I'm telling y'all, like, a lot of people fail to realize how crazy the music business really is. Well, not even just music business, the entertainment world is. Like, they were literally sit here and manipulate a lot of things and make the fans start picking and choosing sides.
Yeah.
When low-key people are secretly still together behind the scenes, but the media, like, they were trying to put, like, both teams would try to put stuff out into the media, making it seem as though to push like, because his title, Like I Love You, it could have meant multiple different ways. Also, they typically try to do this, especially when it's probably been in the worst that they were trying to separate the group, right? They were trying to disperse NSYNC, because boy bands, they only get so much life out of them.
Yeah.
And then eventually somebody has to go and do a solo thing, right? So they probably was like, hey, it's time to push Justin as a solo artist. And the best way to push him and get him like growing as a solo artist is to presume that he's single.
Yeah.
Because anytime
it's a fantasy for other people to like
other people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say other
You
people.
say other people.
To want him, he has to be wantable.
Yeah.
But if he's in a relationship, it makes him unwantable because they feel, oh, he's off limits, and so the fantasy is no longer there.
Yeah.
So it's like I like you have to have that desire. That's the reason why a lot of times, especially when it comes down to women, they hate for women to be in a relationship. A lot of them they used to try to
You said
they hate for women to be in a relationship.
Who do?
Like the industry.
Oh, industry.
The industry hate for women to be in a relationship. Even though I know that somebody in the comments is gonna be like, but this person, they behind the scenes they try to break relationships up so they can be successful in their careers. It's better for, especially say for instance like Mary J. Blige. It's better for her to be single and singing heartbreak songs.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, she can't keep a man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though she'll behind closed doors have a man.
Yeah.
But
it's this picture that they have to paint.
Yeah, it's the picture they have to paint. And the industry is such a messed up industry. And it ruins people, personal lives. Like, that's what I'm like, I really feel like they possibly could. But when you have two people that's thriving at that stage in their careers, the industry is bound to end, though.
At number 11 in October, once the song started losing steam and falling down the charts, he finally decided to publicly speak about the breakup with Britney in an interview with Barbara Walters.
I remember when we decided that we were going to go our separate ways. We sat down and I said to her, if there's ever a moment where you ever need me, you can rest assured that I will be there because I love you as a person and I will always love you. But I'd also said, look, no matter what we say at this point, people are going to speculate things and I could really get myself in a horrible position if I was to say something and somebody misinterpret it, because that happens all the time. And I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
Additionally, he, a grown man, did the interview alongside his mom, which made the people feel like he was a sweet, innocent mama's boy who got his heart broken.
All the thing I was trying to say is, why you trying to...
I'm like, dang, hold on.
No, I was waiting for a breakage.
Go ahead.
The reason why because he knew what his management team was finna do, and so it's kind of subliminal telling them, hey, some stuff finna come out. They gotta push the narrative. They gotta push me as a solo artist. It's for publicity, and they try to make Justin look like the
innocent. Not that he wasn't, but that they still have to paint like this super innocent
American boy, man.
Like you hear with your mama, like, oh, he's just a sweet mama's boy.
And
like,
he from the South.
He's a
Southern blonde hair boy that can sing.
And males considered like with males
I just look at them as women.
That's just women. Did they just say they were women?
I don't. Y'all somebody. Y'all let us know, man. We from the South, but I only think of when I think of a Southern belle, I think of a blonde haired, slim white girl who talks very Southern and always got on a floral springtime dress.
I don't think of like a certain like person as far as color, but I just think of like just.
I'm just a Southern belle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, remember Murder used to say it on Family Matters all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I never thought of it like a certain but
made the people feel like he was a sweet, innocent mama's boy who got his heart broken.
I cried with him and said it'll be okay. Tomorrow will come. I just want him to be happy. He was heartbroken.
Damn.
Put your head on Mommy's shoulder.
It was tough for us. It was tough for both of us because I can't stand to see him hurt.
Many of the songs on Justified were about heartbreak, betrayal, and relationships in general, but Justin said that the songs were not about Britney.
Yet when we sat down at the piano and asked him to play something from Justified, he chose instead to play a song that nobody has ever heard before. Interesting lyrics.
Thought our love was so strong. I guess I was dead wrong. But to look at it positively, hey girl, at least you gave me another song about a horrible woman.
Note that last line he said, "At least you gave me another song about a horrible woman." This seems so blatantly obvious it was about Britney. It also basically stamped the fact that his next song, Cry Me a River, was about this horrible woman. Justin allegedly called Britney to let her know that a woman would be acting in the music video as her doppelganger, but she was still shocked to realize that the music video basically recreates and dramatizes their breakup. The lyrics read, "You don't have to say what you did. I already know I found out from him. Now there's just no chance with you and me. Girl, I refuse. You must have me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. Cry me a river. You know that they say some things are better left unsaid, and it wasn't like you only talked to him and you know it. Don't act like you don't know it. And all of these things people told me keep messing with my head. Should have picked honesty. Then you may not have blown it." After this song and music video was released, the media was in a frenzy, establishing a war between Britney and Justin. He continued doing press. Nearly every interview asked him about Britney.
Is it frustrating to try to promote an album when all anyone seems to want to talk about is Britney?
So anyway, Britney. Can I just mention Britney for a minute?
Sure. Now, of course, you did go out with one of your former Mouseketeers, Britney Spears.
That Cry Me a River, that's a beautiful, beautiful video. And who's that about?
Cry Me a River peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and successfully proved that Justin could stand on his own and did not need NSYNC. Timbaland, who produced this track and would go on to produce many of Justin's hits, recalled this moment as proof that Justin could be a solo star.
I think the aha moment for me is when I was in the studio and I was beatboxing. And so he walked in the room, you know, had this face, then he just it hit him right there. And he started humming. I was like, oh, this it. He the one.
His debut album sold 439,000 copies first week, which landed him the number 2 spot on the Hot 200, and the album would go on to be 3 times platinum. His plan worked. But Britney gave Justin much more grace. She did not entertain the tabloids. She hardly gave interviews, nor did she try to rewrite the narrative in her favor. However, many believe that her stunt at the 2003 VMAs, where she kissed Madonna on stage, was a way to get back at Justin. At least that's what the media wanted to push as they zoomed in on his face. He says he wasn't impressed.
That kiss thing, I was disgusted as you were.
You know what? I don't think I was disgusted.
No.
I think I was just not impressed. I mean, I expected a lot more. It's the VMAs, you know?
Britney finally decided to speak about the breakup over a year and a half after the fact, and the interviewer, Diane Sawyer, seemed to be interrogating her.
You know what she should have did? She should have just put out her Heartbreak album. At that, because that's what I was looking at. I was like, what year? I had looked up the year the album came out. Then it showed 2002. Now I was trying to remember the music. It was around that time. Usher's Confession album came out 2004. So you gotta think about that time period, like the albums. A lot of people was putting out heartbreak albums, very strong emotional albums. It was what was selling. So especially for Justin Bieber to come from this pop group, what is the best way to really push him?
Yeah.
Is to push a heartbreak. Like, Heartbreak used to sell. Cause Heartbreak sell, it could sell now.
Heartbreak sell. Like, people be, Well, I don't remember. Anyway, I was like, how old was I? But you'll be like a teenager thinking, honey, you this puppy down love.
You weren't even in your teenage.
I know I wasn't in my teenage years, but I'm just speaking as a teenager.
Yeah.
You'll be like, you're like thinking you just so in love with this little boy, honey.
Boy,
you just like, oh my god,
let's stop playing
broke my heart.
Let's not act like we were young and thought we knew everything about confession. These are my just
like you really like
we ain't had no chick on the side.
Like you really felt that. Like I really been through some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Even
like
cry me a river. Oh, Mama, I can't stand with it. And you want to cry a river over that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't know a thing, but you feel like you did.
Yeah. It touches a part of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I'm like, how much of it is like part of his story that's enhanced? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people like, hey, even though you might want to put a touch of who you are, because even like, say for instance, Usher Confession album is nothing about him.
Yeah.
We all thought, like, you got to think about it. Usher and Chili was a thing at one point. And then when the Confessions album, everybody was like, I remember the time people was like, oh, that's why Usher and Chili fell out. Because he had a baby. He had a chick on the side. He had a baby. Then you kind of find out none of the Confession album was about.
Have an interview and say
none of the album was about him, personally about him. It was about somebody else. That's somebody else's whole story. Yeah. All the songs were written, and he's just the performer.
Yeah, he's just a performer.
So even when it comes down to just the album, which I'm gonna check the credits after the fact, because somebody tried to argue with us in the comments of last week's video.
Yeah.
Check the facts. I know some of y'all don't know how to check facts on records, but I can. I'm gonna check Cry Me a River after we watch this just to verify.
Oh, go ahead.
But I just want to I wonder. Because Timberland, people got to remember, Timberland, dang, what's her name? Timberland, not just Justin Timberlake, Missy Elliott, Aaliyah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Aaliyah, but I didn't.
Aaliyah,
yeah.
He was very much so hands-on with their career, too.
Yeah.
So you got to remember that type of stuff.
And then I just wonder, like, after they break up, like, what type of headspace she was in. Because you said that you wonder why she just didn't put an album out. You know, some people don't like...
Shit, he monetizing
it. Don't fight fire with fire. So I'm...
No, you in the industry, monetize it.
I know. Most people would tell you to do that. But I just wonder what type of headspace she was in or the reason why she did not.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know.
Yeah. But monetize it. He monetized it.
Yeah.
Shit, you need to go do the same.
After the fact, and the interviewer, Diane Sawyer, seemed to be interrogating her.
Okay, of course.
He's gone on television and pretty much said, you broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do?
I was upset. I was upset for a while. I think we're both really young, and it was kind of waiting to happen. And I will always love him. He'll always have a special place in my heart. He is such a great person.
But you said, I've only slept with one person in my whole life. 2 years into my relationship with John.
Why is her sexual life even got to be... I hate when they do that, because half of the time the person who reading the question be a hoe. I don't know if Diane Sawyer a hoe or not, but sometimes y'all all be hoes. You know what I'm saying? I hate when the old crowd come around and they be want to project it. Like, you a hoe.
Like
I heard them stories.
Like
at the honky tonks.
Me personally, if that was me, I'm like, okay, yeah, he got to you first. He got, he painted this picture, put all this information out. So why I have to be me? Why you think I did something just because he said I did? Like,
always.
You know what I'm saying? Just hear my side, but without saying what did you do?
Hell, we ain't gonna say about all the 10 men you slept with before you met your husband.
Okay, babe. We don't know nothing about nobody.
I'm just saying.
You just speaking.
You trying to question how many men she slept with? Don't question me. Say how many you slept with. I hate old people like that.
I've only slept with one person in my whole life. 2 years into my relationship with Justin, and yet he's left the impression that you weren't faithful. That you betrayed the relationship.
Oh, bitch,
I think everyone has a side of their story to make them feel a certain way, make them feel, and I'm not technically saying he's wrong, but I'm not technically saying he's right either.
Meanwhile, Justin was doing interviews bragging about sleeping with her.
The Strong Buck Wild Morning Show. Justin Timberlake is in the house. And I just want to ask you one question. Did you Britney Spears?
Wow.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Okay, I did it. No,
It was a really weird time. There was like talk about what we did together and like really sexually and stuff, and I just felt very exploitive and very weird.
Despite this, Britney chose not to bash Justin or embarrass him when speaking about the Crimea River video.
When did you see it for the first time, the video?
I saw it, I was on vacation, and someone called me and told me that it was gonna come on, and I watched it, and I was just like, I was kind of in denial. Like, I went in this whole denial phase or whatever, but it's fine. That's the way I don't want to judge him or anything like that, because that's the way he had to deal with what happened, and, and that's fine. But I know that if I was in a relationship and something happened, I couldn't really go there. But it's all good. Let's talk about something else.
I wonder how, like you said earlier, how bad did this really affect her? And to the person we see her as today,
and
too.
And just to, like, hear this.
Because not only was this relationship very draining on her, but the other...
no, go ahead.
No, go. Oh, you finna say her family?
No, I wouldn't even...
Because her dad's relationship with Kevin Federline was horrible, too.
Yeah, I was just about to say, to hear this and just to know, like, her, like, the rest of her story and, like, what has happened to her and... like how people have treated her over these years is just so heartbreaking. It's just like,
you know what? She's always been like a punching bag.
Yeah.
That's not punching back. And you see it right here.
See it.
She's literally being punched on. And
that's why I say everyone doesn't fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? She seemed like she just like and try
to bottle it up and deal with it.
Yeah, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do understand everyone handles things differently, but it's like
it's sad to see though.
Sad.
In real time.
Yeah.
At the time, Justin fans thought she wasn't speaking ill of him because she was actually in the wrong, that she did in fact cheat on him and she was just accepting the narrative because it was the truth. But Britney fans always suspected something was weird with Justin. Their breakup just didn't make sense. Britney loved him. Why would she ever cheat on him? There had to be missing information. Plus, when you consider his successful breakout as a solo artist after departuring from the largest boy band in the world, and the media heavily favoring him, these things just felt all too convenient. It just felt like it was all part of a plan. Especially after his second controversy 1 year later at the Super Bowl halftime show, where he was the one who ripped Janet Jackson's breast covering off, only for Janet to be banned from radio, crucified by the media, and him to just remain silent. He didn't come to...
Yeah, I ain't like that. I ain't gonna take back, but I ain't like that either. The fact that, like, people scrutinized Janet, but he was the one... And to be honest, Janet even spoke on it and said he was supposed to rip it, but it was a part, like, they had even told him if you pull it from here, it exposed her, but if you pull it from here, it just exposed the bra. Yeah. And it was supposed to expose the bra, but he pulled the other part that actually exposed her full bosom. That sounds so old. But I was trying to figure out the right word to say. Bosom. But, and I honestly, personally, I didn't like the effect of how they handled the situation, because they did make him. They attacked her like.
I was just like, are we okay?
And they made her look so guilty. I'm like, it wasn't her fault though. It was an accident that happened. If you want to blame somebody, you want to blame her, you got to blame both parties. Yeah. Because it wouldn't even happen if he didn't pull. But
to her defense, and he skated by that controversy totally unscathed. Justin Timberlake was able to successfully advance his career by benefiting from the publicity of two major controversies while looking like the innocent, sweet boy. Now, 20 years later, Britney finally decided to speak about their relationship in her memoir, The Woman in Me, and there are some key details she hid for 2 decades that shine a much-needed light on the complicated reality of their relationship. There were a couple times during our relationship when I knew Justin had cheated on me, especially because I was so infatuated and so in love. I let it go, even though the tabloids seemed determined to rub my face in it. When NSYNC went to London in 2000, photographers caught him with one of the girls from All Saints in a car, but I never said anything. At the time, we'd only been together for a year. Another time we were in Vegas, and one of my dancers who'd been hanging out with him told me he gestured toward a girl and said, "Yeah man, I hit that last night." I don't want to say who he was talking about because she's actually very popular and she's married with kids now. My friend was shocked and believed Justin was only saying it.
Oh, Britney, we don't skate by that. We don't skate by that, Britney. We need to, we all nosy.
You know me.
I'm like, who? Hey, we can't even do no proper research.
Like,
we can't even do the proper research, see.
And this is my thing.
She's
Why
married
we
with
gotta
kids?
why we gotta save her? She knew y'all was together. Everybody knew y'all was together. If that is true, she didn't mind sleeping with him. Y'all putting your name. Okay, you are married with kids. Whoa. That's the petty me.
But if she's bigger, it depends on how popular she is and how famous she is.
True.
Because then it would be bad if it's somebody like up there, up there, and then that look.
The mature me would have handled it like this, but the petty me.
I need to know who she.
Like what?
Justin do come off like a little quiet hoe though.
Very popular and she's married with kids now. My friend was shocked and believed Justin was only saying it because he was high and felt like bragging. There were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he'd slept around. It was one of those things where you know, but you just don't say anything. So I did too. Not a lot. One time. With Wade Robson. We were out one night and we went to a Spanish bar. We danced and danced. I made out with him that night. I was loyal to Justin for years, only had eyes for him with that one exception, which I admitted to him. And in 2002, Justin never mentioned to the press that he cheated on Britney multiple times during the rollout of his Justified album.
It's always like that, right?
The
dudes cheat off, and then soon as she cheat, you like, cry me a river.
Right? You think you can do whatever you want? Hold on. You think? I'm sorry, but that bugs me. Like I don't know why men feel like they can do whatever they want. As soon as I do a little kiss somebody, you been out here bending folks over.
And bragging about it.
And
they in the same light.
And as soon as I give somebody a little peck because I know you've been cheating on me. Oh, I'm the bad guy. Boy, you better get you.
To the press that he cheated on Britney multiple times during the rollout of his Justified album, because that would have devalued his narrative that he was this broken, innocent boy who got taken advantage of by an evil woman. But Britney's story gets even sadder. She goes on to speak about how she became pregnant with his child. At one point when we were dating, I became pregnant with Justin's baby. It was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated. Besides, what was done, but Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. I could understand. I mean, I kind of understand. If he didn't want to become a father, I didn't feel like I had much of a choice. I wouldn't want to push him into something he didn't want. Our relationship was too important to me, and so I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed to not have the baby. Abortion was something I never could have imagined choosing for myself, but given the circumstances, that is what we did. Britney then goes on to describe in great detail the process of getting an abortion and how physically and emotionally painful the experience was. Also, looking back, fans now realize her song and video Every Time was about her suffering the loss of her child and comparing it to the magnitude of losing your own life. Justin was there for her at the time, but little did she know he was planning on breaking up with her. When Justin began making his first solo album, Justified, he started being very standoffish with me. I think that was because he decided to use me as ammunition for his record, so it made it awkward for him to be around me staring at him with all that affection and devotion. Ultimately, he'd ended our relationship by text messages while I was on set for a video shoot. She also states that Justin's family was the only loving family she had, and she spent all of her holidays with them, meaning now she was broken, alone, and suffering the wrath of the media fueling the false narrative that she was an unfaithful cheater. I felt there was no way at the time to tell my side of the story. I couldn't explain, because I knew no one would take my side since Justin had convinced the world of his version. I don't think Justin realized the power he had in shaming me. I don't think he understands to this day. I should note that in 2021, after the Free Britney movement successfully got her out of her 13-year-long conservatorship, Justin issued a public apology to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson both individually, because I care for and respect these women and I know I failed. But trust me when I say this apology was kind of random. Nobody was really expecting it. I guess he was getting some hate from Britney fans and decided, oh, I'll just throw this vague apology trying to cover up for my sins of the past 20 years or whatever. It was just kind of random and unnecessary. He didn't go into detail as to why he was apologizing to Britney and Janet, but this apology was in 2021, and Britney released her memoir in 2023, and after she detailed the cheating and abortion, he expressed that he was not sorry.
I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
The way the media treated Britney cannot be entirely blamed on Justin. She suffered the wrath of the media well before and well after she dated Justin. You also can't blame Justin for Britney's downward spiral, which led to her extremely unjust conservatorship. But there is no doubt that he saw an opportunity to advance his career at the expense of Britney's public perception. Maybe he thought it wouldn't be that bad and the money she would make would be worth it. Maybe he just didn't care about her the same way that she did. But now, over 2 decades later, Justin is not sorry. And after his most recent DWI arrest, the media is now diving deep, speculating about his potential addiction, and the internet is spreading false information that he had Molly, poppers, coke, and an HIV medication in his system. The narrative is starting to shift against Justin Timberlake, so it seems like the tables have turned a little bit.
That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see who wrote Cry Me a River. Let me see. Cry Me a River. Performer is Justin Timberlake. Come on, website. But it's sad though. It's very sad. Probably spell it. What, you ain't got nothing to say?
I don't.
You ain't got nothing you want to say?
I really don't.
But it's sad.
I'm because I knew some things.
Yeah.
With I didn't know everything, but I do wonder. Like how things probably would have been if this didn't happen. Like as far as like him doing all the cheating and breaking up and then going on like this media run, basically making her seem like the bad guy and like he's this innocent person and I didn't know at that even back then I didn't know at that time that she wasn't even like close to her family.
Bro,
I didn't know it was like that long. Like I didn't know that. Like I knew at some point it had got, but I didn't know like that she basically was like close to his family and that's all. Like especially for his that just made me think, especially for his mama to get on there and be like, knowing that this girl only like look towards y'all or look at y'all as her family.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird to me that people can like just be so like cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did learn some things because I didn't know, and I don't even think I knew about honestly, y'all, if I did know it, I forgot, but I don't even think I knew about the pregnancy.
I did not know about that. I knew about it when she put out the memoir thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, now she had the baby and all that." But I didn't know at the time that she had got pregnant. I did not know that at the time. I feel bad for her because over time we saw the downward spiral.
Yeah.
And we don't know, like, it could have been the effects of having to have the abortion. That could have been it could have been the effects of the breakup. It could have been the effects of people looking at her as the cause. Like, those are bunch of mental things that can mess someone up.
In my head, I was like, honestly, it's like a combination of everything. You have the first, I'm going back, you have the cheating. You know what I'm saying? And still like basically protecting someone's image that you have to deal with. And then you have first you being standoffish to me. You like, I only have you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. Like, she seemed like she was really in love with them. Even though, they were, younger or whatever the case may be. But you have that, and then you have me coming to you telling you that I'm pregnant, and then you be like, I don't want this. We're too young. Well, we're too young to be, but we're too young. So, like, I'm basically have to make this decision to, terminate my baby. And then you have the fact that right after you break up with me, then you go on this press run and like basically make me seem like I'm a bad. Like, it's just a combination of every little thing. Like it's sad.
He did write the song though.
Who?
But Justin actually partaked in writing the song. I don't know if he wrote 100%.
Yeah.
I'll have to deeper dive into that to see if he wrote 100% of it. Because Scott Storch and Timberland, they are contributed, so they could have been like, all right, write it like this and make a story, or they could have been like, add this to it, this. But it's his story though.
Yeah.
So.
And then just with everything else, because I'm gonna have to go back, and I would love to like go and because I didn't look into the book or whatever.
Oh
like
yeah,
that. But I would like to just kind of like deep dive a little bit more, just kind of to understand, because I do, even when I see her still to this day, it breaks my heart.
Yeah, cause like you gotta realize, like Patrick said, like she didn't really have. She grew up as a child star, from younger than a teenager. It's like she's a legit child.
Yeah.
Grew up fame, been pushed out here for monetary gain, whether it's for her family or what. And then as you get older, you just somebody you drawn to, you feel like this type of bond or connection, and you got so connected with his family. Also, she felt as though that's the closest thing she had to her family, and then to see how like y'all turn on her back when she can't even go to her own family, and then to see his mom up there and being in that light, and then turn around now over time we see how her parents really treated her. I really feel like they looked at her as a cash grab, and honestly, peep this. Ever since Zoe 101, we really haven't seen her sister. And then we've since the Nickelodeon stuff coming out, there's been rumors about things that happened to her sister.
Yeah.
Don't know, those are just speculations, so I don't know
about
grounds
that.
on truth or not. And then with Kevin Federline, then because she had kids with him, right? I want to say she had kids with Kevin, and he has custody of the kids. So. And then she got married to this other dude, and then they get a divorce too. She recently got a divorce from a new guy. I want to say I don't know. I don't know 100%.
Like the new information.
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
And then they had like then she's been on this medication. We do know that. She was on some type of medication for a while. It's sad, bro.
Because now it made me think, like, even with that, like what Patrick was talking about, but even before that, for her not to have like a close relationship with her family, so that was already like an issue. Like, I'm talking about even before,
way
like,
back in the day,
especially for her to like lean on Justin's family. So it like,
and that's around when she's like young adult. That's around like when she was 20, 22.
Yeah.
Because I put the timetable together because they were dating around 2002. They first met in 1992, so a 10-year gap. They met when they were 12. So I was like 2002, they were like 22 years old. Yeah. That's still young.
That's young, yeah. So to not have like a close relationship with your family, then to only like really lean into his family and like look at them as like, the only people that you got, and then for all the other stuff to happen.
Yeah.
It's just... like, dang.
She had nobody, bro.
Man.
That's sad.
That girl done been through a lot.
Hey, man. Y'all spam us up in the comments, please. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions about it for us in the comment section down below, man. But until next time, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are. We out.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.